Now that we went over our straight punches, which is the jab and cross, the next thing we'll do is go over our round punches, which is our lead hook, lead uppercut, rear uppercut. And so my guy's gonna get in his boxing stance to demonstrate it to you. And we're gonna start with the actual lead hook. On the lead hook, there's multiple ways to do this, but we're going to start with the most basic way, which is basically using your lead foot to pivot so that it actually drives the punch, so that it steers the punch from your boxing stance. All you do is just turn it and you break at the waist. Now some guys will load it up first by turning here and then punching. I think that's more of an advanced way to do it. For now, we're just gonna learn on the very basic way, which is from your boxing stance, get in your boxing stance. He's just going to use his lead foot to drive the punch, and just from this stance, from where his hands are at, he turns the hook. Go. Bring it back. Again. Bring it back. Again. Bring it back. Notice what he's doing as again, with every punch we do, the break in the waist is a most crucial aspect of making the punch, of delivering the punch. In fact, you hear people talk about having the proper snap. Snap has everything to do with how you could synchronize your foot, leg, upper body, but the hip and core is the central part of that. So if I tell them to do it at a quicker rate, 3, boom, 3, 3. So that's the lead hook. It's going to be the same. Let's turn this way. Go face that way on the rear hook. The difference with the rear hook is that waist break or that crack in the hip is going to be obviously his rear hip. And so we'll do the rear hook, or number 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. Notice that everything is synchronized, right? Instead of being broken apart or movements being totally separate from one another, punching effectively has everything to do with good mechanics and coordination, or flow, if you will. So again, 4, 3, or we could go 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3. And so those are the 2 hooks. 3 and 4 are lead hook, rear hook. Now let's go to the actual uppercuts. Uppercuts could be a little tricky, but I think there's a basic way to learn them, and this is the way I actually teach them. As it pertains to the lead uppercut, we'll start with the lead uppercut. The first thing you want to do is shift your weight over the actual lead leg like this. Remember, everything's a break in the waist. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna shift his weight over the lead leg, do it. And then now, without loading up his hand or pulling out his hand or dropping his hand, he's just gonna allow his waist to bring the punch right back up. Good, bring it back. Again. Good. 5. Again, 5. Again, 5. Again, 5. Notice emphasis on his ability to allow his waist to break so that he could set up the actual lead hook. Now, there's 2 ways to do this in terms of footwork.